Welcome back to the 128 KB podcast. We are back once
yes.
again.
Due to a lack of popular demand.
Yes, and that demand is so lacking that we're here to talk about all things gaming. It's your weekly dose.
Oh, yes.
Of me and him.
Yes.
And apparently we're in trouble with ASUS and the police
Oh, no.
for stealing the ROG Ally X from the British Office. It's the best comment I've ever seen on YouTube.
It was brilliant.
The Smithy who wrote it, you're a genius.
It was a brilliant comment.
This is an elaborate kind of plot where we broke into the ASUS UK office, used my Buster Sword to steal the ROG Ally X, just so that we would stop selling MobaPad.
I love it.
Which is about right.
I absolutely love it. It was a brilliant comment.
Yes, we've had a wild ride with the ASUS ROG Ally X.
We have, yes.
I'll be honest, it's been incredibly exciting to get such an awesome piece of gaming hardware, just for gaming in general, but for us to be able to get hands-on with something so early has been really exciting.
Yes, and also for me to like it more than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I was going into it like, oh, amazing, we've got hands-on, this is going to be really cool. But in my mind, I was like, I've got the Steam Deck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, there's issues that I've seen with the previous version and stuff, and I thought maybe it's going to feel a bit janky. I don't know about Windows handhelds and stuff. And then after using it, like immediately I was like, I've been so wrong here.
Yeah.
I've been wrong. And the more I used it, the more I liked it, to the point where now I've pre-ordered one, and pre-orders will be coming out very soon. So
they've taken it away from you though.
Well, they did, but we've got the retail version
now.
they
did.
So they took it away, and I was very sad about that, actually. Because I was gaming on it every single night. I was like, this is amazing. And
No, I'm telling your wife, this is research. I'm working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they took it away, but thankfully they've sent us a retail unit.
Yeah.
And very soon I'll be done with it in the coming days and be passing it over to you, because I've got my own pre-order.
I'm going to be honest. I'm scared.
Are you? Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yes.
Do you know why I'm scared?
No, go on.
I'm scared that I'm going to fall in love with the bloody thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll end up £800 short as well.
Yeah, I'm on the fence because you're coming from the more console side, whereas, I've got this PC background, so it's totally not new to me. Do you know what I mean? Because it is just a laptop with controllers slapped on the side, Whereas for you, it will be a bit different because you use Mac and you console game.
Yeah.
So then I know you've got experience with PCs anyway, so you're not going in completely fresh, but you're going to have to get over. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to give it to you completely wiped.
Right,
and
okay.
I want you to just get on with it.
That might actually be quite a funny video.
Yeah, and then
PC noob first day with the ROG Ally X.
Yeah, and then I will. If you need help, then I'll help.
No, don't help me.
But
you said it now.
But I think that would be a good way for you to experience it in your own way.
Yeah,
that's kind of untainted by me. Do you know what I mean?
Can we set up a? Do you remember Ask Jeeves?
Yes.
Well, we're showing our age now.
Yeah.
Early days of the internet.
Yes,
Ask Jeeves. And it's basically Google.
Yes.
But it was you ask it any question.
Yeah.
Can we set up a version of that for like new PC gamers?
I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Ask Andy.
Ask Andy. He'll brick it for you.
How many PCs have you bricked?
I haven't actually. I've fixed a lot of that were bricked.
Really?
My sister got really angry with me because she was going to throw away her old laptop. Came to me for advice on buying a new laptop. I said, well, just give me the laptop and I'll fix it for you. No, you won't be able to fix that. What should I buy? So I recommended her a laptop, and then I said, I'll give you 50 quid for your old laptop. And she was like, well, yeah, because it's broken, blah, blah, blah. And within, I think, 2 hours, I had it working. And then she got really angry at me because I fixed it. I was like, what?
Unless there's some fundamental hardware problem, like something's caught on fire, there's very little that can be fundamentally broken.
Yeah. I think the hard drive failed. I just put a new hard drive in, and then that was it.
Yeah, I mean,
done.
I've definitely had issues in the past. Things like power's gone out whilst updates are happening.
Yeah,
like software system updates, and then obviously you just have to go start again.
Yeah. But again, it's easy. You just
flash it.
Yeah,
format.
done.
Go. Yeah. But yeah, I know we've spoken about it before. I've had fundamental problems where things have caught fire.
Yes. Yeah, I have too. But
not through your own doing.
Yeah.
Mine was through my own doing. But even that, it was technically salvageable.
Yes.
It was only the power supply that set on fire.
It just smelled a bit toasty.
It smelled like Scalextrics.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, I've had problems with RAM failing and PSUs fails and stuff like that, but still, it's all fixable.
Yeah,
because it's all modular, isn't it? You just take it out.
A hard drive burn as well.
Oh, nice.
It always seems to be fire with me.
You're there just with a match. Let's change out some RAM.
Let's go.
Let's burn the old one first.
How do you remove this? Blowtorch. How do you remove thermal paste? Blowtorch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you have a Phillips or a flathead? No. Okay, blowtorch it is. Just melt through the screws.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So what have you been playing? I love this because we had a little conversation before we start recording. I was like,
yeah,
Andy, just so you've got in your head, I'm going to ask you what you're going to be playing and all blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I can't remember what I've been playing.
I can't remember. I can't think of what I've been playing because I've just been like looking at the Ally X and all
just
that
sat on the shelf. Like,
yeah, that's it. I've not been testing it or anything. I've just been looking at it. The video is just me just sat there watching it.
I would watch that.
Yeah, it's good. 10 minutes of staring.
Like, like you get like lo-fi beats or you get like wallpaper videos like the fireplace and stuff.
Yeah.
It could just be you sat there just staring lovingly at the ROG Ally X.
That's probably what it would be. Yeah. You're talking about the fireplace. Can we make one where it's just you staring at a PC on fire? With like the burning and crackling in the background.
It's just electrics burning.
Yeah. You know, those videos put on at Christmas where you put the fireplace on, but it's just you with a PC on fire.
I suggested we do like an Ask Jeeves for you to fix things for PC gamers.
Yeah.
We could also have a side to that website where everything goes black. Like, dark mode.
Yeah.
You press dark mode and it's, can AJ set it on fire for you? And it will be the same questions, but the answers will be how you can burn it.
Yeah. It would just, the answer would be blowtorch. Love it. So I've been playing a bit of all sorts, testing the Ally X and stuff, getting ready to give it over to you. So what about you? What have you been playing? And if you haven't been playing, what you're eager to play on the Ally X when you get your hands on it?
I like that you've tactically done that. The only thing I've been playing is occasionally turning on COD and realising that I suck. So I still suck.
I thought you were going to say realising there's a 40 gig update and they're not playing it.
Although I have learned that if I'm going to play deathmatch, it has to be hardcore.
It has to be, yeah.
Because it's really annoying shooting people when they don't.
I can't do non-hardcore. It's got to be hardcore.
And you do die a lot, but it's kind of more fun.
It is more fun because if you get a shot on someone, they're dead.
Yeah.
Whereas on normal mode, you've got to shoot like 9 clips and an RPG at them, and then they die. It's like we're not playing like Terminator here.
No.
It annoys me.
I do still prefer
Warzone.
Yeah,
I know.
Sorry.
No, I totally understand why. And I do understand why.
It's not necessarily Warzone that I prefer. It's because I came from that. My love of FPS games is Battlefield.
Yeah, which is that larger, slower, more tactical game rather than running Rambo style.
And I like if you get in a squad that's cooperative because I like multiplayer games when you play on the same team. It's more cooperative than like playing in the same squad on like deathmatch. There's no. Yeah. The only reason you're together is so that you don't hurt each other.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Although I played in like a random, where the lobbies just randomly load different styles of games.
Oh, yeah.
And I accidentally happened upon All v All.
Oh, no. Yeah. You were against everyone. It's just a death fest.
It's horrible.
You just wake up and die.
It's horrible. Because at least when disgusting. You're in squads or whatever, you can follow, because I don't really know the maps.
Yes.
So you're like, everyone's running that way. I'll follow them.
I'll go that way. Yeah.
That's where the craziness is happening.
Yeah.
This is like wandering around a map, terrified.
Yeah. Just any movement.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm going to get shot.
No, I totally get you. Yeah, it's horrible.
Did you say Modern Warfare 3 is coming to Game Pass?
Apparently. Yeah, I saw
Where
it somewhere.
Where did you hear that?
I don't know.
Did you make it up?
Probably, yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere.
That'd be really cool.
That is coming soon, supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't look into whatever it was that I saw about it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's supposedly coming soon.
That would be a really cool addition.
It would be cool.
I guess maybe it'll coincide with Black Ops because the whole thing's a big launcher now.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
I guess Black Ops is going to be added into that.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't do that.
I know Call of Duty HQ it is.
You can
delete it.
No, you can. Yeah, no,
uninstall.
You just delete the whole thing. You can just set fire to it. Blowtorch. No, you can in the HQ thing uninstall different games. Yeah. So it does take some. I had to do that because it was literally eating my PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like gone.
All the gigabytes.
Yeah, so I guess maybe Modern Warfare 3 will coincide with that.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows? It's great to see. It does tie into what we're going to talk about today, but before I get there, I want to go back to the Asus ROG Ally X because we're obsessed. And I want to talk about how scared I am about it.
Yes.
Because I don't want to fall in love with it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to because I've longed after your Steam Deck for ages.
Yes.
and we've talked so much about Steam Deck
Yeah.
that I feel like I'm cheating on it.
And
I haven't got the money to buy both.
I know.
So
Yeah. I love the Steam Deck, and if the Ally and all the PC handhelds weren't even a thing, if it was just your choice between like a Switch or a Steam Deck,
yeah,
then all day long I'd advocate. I mean, I was trying to convince you to buy a Steam Deck straight away from day one.
it didn't take much convincing.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Because they're amazing,
Yeah.
and I still love them. I just think it's for a different audience. Do you know what I mean? I think for you personally, you would get more out of an Ally or an Ally X purely because of Game Pass. Like really, because you don't have a PC library at all. Whereas I've got 20 years of games behind me, so I can buy an OLED or like a Steam Deck of any kind,
Yeah.
and be done. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even need to buy anything. Whereas you don't. So you'd be going fresh in. You'd have to buy all your games again,
Yeah,
you know,
it's gonna get
or any
expensive.
new games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas with the Ally, at least you've already got a current Xbox Live Gold.
Wow. This is the Xbox 360.
You've already got
Wow.
Game Pass Ultimate.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can play Halo 1.
Christ. So you've got Game Pass Ultimate.
I heard there's this really cool
Yeah.
game coming out called Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, one, yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
one,
yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's the
Red
sequel.
Dead Revolver,
Yeah, I was
actually.
going to say the sequel to Revolver, yeah. So you've already got an Ultimate subscription. So
Yeah.
you've got PC Game Pass. So you could buy an Ally and be done. And that's what I want you to experience.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I really think once you get over the initial hurdle of like just how to use this thing, of like, oh, like, you know, how do I navigate Windows and stuff? Because it is easy once you get it. Like you're going to install the Game Pass thing and then just download any game off there. And I think you're going to love it. I
Yeah.
do. Because once you're actually in the game, like after the initial few hours setup of the device, signing into everything and all that rubbish, updating, out of the way, you do that once and then that's pretty much it. And then you're just going to be into the games,
Yeah.
you know? And I really think you're going to jump into a game and just love it because of that VRR panel as well.
So what am I looking forward to playing on it, you ask me? The first thing that jumps in my head is it's probably going to get me the most flack here. Like I'm sure people are going to
Power
go
World.
like, it's Power World. No. Sorry, it's Fortnite. No, it's really not
Wow.
Fortnite. No. The thing I think will get me the most flack is I'm just generally excited for this as well.
Yeah.
And that's Shattered Space DLC for Starfield.
Oh, yes.
Like I am really excited for that.
Yeah. Yes.
You can hate me, but I like Starfield,
I
all
don't
right?
see the problem with it. Like, I love Starfield, and the Ally X plays it brilliantly.
I mean, I had good times, good couple of 100 hours in Starfield,
Yeah.
and I had a great time.
It's a brilliant game.
It
I really
wasn't
like
what
it.
it was. Everyone thought it was going to
Yes. Yeah.
be, and yeah, there's definite flaws to it. But I'm looking forward to that DLC in general,
Mm-hmm.
and the idea of playing it on the Ally X. Well, I'll have a better performance time than I do on the Series S.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, that's really not it, is it?
Questionable, yeah.
Yeah. So I had, before the Ally X became a part of our kind of lexicon,
Yeah.
I was like really considering getting a Series X,
Yes.
getting rid of the S or taking the S home or
Yeah.
whatever. You know,
Mm.
really considering getting the X, mainly for that, but also for all the other day one Game Pass stuff that's coming up. Like, it would be really cool to play it. So actually, the bit I'm scared about with spending time with the Ally X is, do I get another Xbox or do I get this?
Yeah.
And obviously there's a big price jump
Yes.
there as well.
Yeah, of course.
But buying a second Xbox feels like a stupid thing to do.
'Cause you've already got one.
Because I've got one.
Yeah.
It's, like, logically, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what to do.
I just love the idea that if you've got an Ally X, then you're then open to all aspects of PC gaming.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Xbox, you're just on Game
That's
Pass.
a really good point.
Whereas with the Ally X, you can turn it into a Steam Deck by just opening Steam.
Do you know what the other problem is there?
Yeah.
Is that up to now, I've been able to point and laugh at everyone when the Steam sales happen.
Yes.
Like the summer sale that just happened.
Yes.
Everyone's like, oh no, the summer sales happened. I'm
Yeah.
going to spend so much money. And I've been going, I'm not going to spend anything, which is obviously a stupid position to get because they're all getting really like great games really cheaply. And I'm just
Yeah.
going, I wish I could do that too, but at least I'm saving money.
But you'd be able to if you got the
I know,
LIX.
but that's a problem, Andy.
Yeah, but it's not because you get insane deals on there, like insane deals. You know,
Oh, when we
like
started this show, I didn't think
madness.
it'd make me poor.
but some games are like £2. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I know.
I got Star Wars Squadrons or whatever for like £1.90 or something. It was
Talking
insane.
of exciting games coming up, can we just have an honourable mention for what could be the saving grace for Ubisoft?
Oh, Star Wars Outlaws.
IGN dropped that like 20-minute video yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I've just shown when this video is recorded.
A week or two ago, yeah.
They recently dropped, and it was
Yeah.
like first looks at gameplay, early gameplay footage, and then obviously interviews with developers and stuff. It was a really good video, to be fair.
It's great.
I
Yeah.
don't normally like IGN.
No,
video,
I don't either, but
this
that was
a really
well
good
put
one.
together. Yeah.
And it put a lot of my concerns that I had about it at ease. I still have a problem with the Ubisoft
Pricing
rubbish. Yeah, pre-order pricing, premium tiers, and all that nonsense. I'm going to ignore all that. I'm just going to get the base game after it launches.
Yes.
But probably on day of launch. I know I'm like, I can't. I'm excited for it.
Yes.
End of August. It actually looks like it's going to be an amazing experience.
I'm hyped.
Whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, I think it's going to be a good
It's going
experience.
to be a good game by the look of it. And my thing, I know we keep coming back to it, but I really want to see how it runs on LIX.
Yes.
You know, I think that extra RAM's going to really help it
Yeah.
in all these new titles coming. And yeah, I can't wait to just see if it even works. Even if it's just 30 FPS, I wouldn't care.
Is it
Playing
going
this
to be
probably would
everything
amazing.
we thought Starfield was meant to be?
Maybe.
It's kind of
I
what
don't know.
it's kind of what it's giving me off. Is those
Yeah,
vibes of like all the things we hoped Starfield would have been. It feels like this game is,
Potentially, could be. Maybe.
but slightly smaller, but more dense. Less of the repetitive, procedurally generated stuff. Anyway, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Believe it or not, we have a different
You sat here for
topic.
20 minutes listening to us talk
It's
about
actually-
podcast before the podcast.
It was, yeah.
I wanted to talk about Xbox Game Pass.
Oh,
And with the recent price rise and the new added tiers and stuff, is it still worth having? Is it now a rip-off? Now, we touched upon this last week in 128 KB News when the story broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go and subscribe to that channel if you've not already.
Yes.
But when we were talking about just what's happening in the news, I was like, this is really a podcast. I want to talk about this in a bit more detail.
Yeah, totally. Elaborate on it.
Elaborate on the thoughts and all the rest of it. And yes, so Microsoft have announced the price rise for Game Pass on all tiers and the sunsetting of one tier and the introduction of another.
A new one. Yeah, yeah.
It's not a massive price increase, especially not in the UK at least.
No, or America.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about, is it still worth it? And is this, it's obviously a risky move from them, but is it risky enough for them to lose a lot of subscribers while at a stage where it felt like they were getting quite a bit of momentum behind them? I guess the pertinent point is to start with what the price rises are.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
not already.
Absolutely.
And we checked this morning and the price rises are now showing on their
They're
website.
already
So they're
in
in
force.
place,
Yeah.
That everything apart from the new tier, which is going to be called Xbox Game Pass Standard.
Yep, which is coming out in, was it September, they said?
Yeah,
like
September.
that. September, that will launch. But as of now, the price increase has happened.
Yes.
So if you look there now, then it's happened. I did notice on Amazon, Amazon are still selling the like keys as such on those little scratch and sniff
At the
things.
old price.
At the original prices, yeah.
So it's interesting. I don't know how long that's going to be there, but if you're wanting to jump in, do that. Also, CD keys as well, which is obviously a kind of like a grey market solution.
Yes, that's always way cheaper.
Yeah, it is cheaper. It works out. I think we worked out. I think it was £25 for 3 months, wasn't it?
£25 for 3 months. So you're looking at £100 for
and
a
you
year.
can stack, if you're unsure, you can stack your like ahead subscriptions.
Yes.
I think you can have up to 3 years.
It's 36 months, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if they're changing that.
That changes in September.
Right.
Active stacking, so if you've already got the stack, won't be affected.
Yep.
But after September, you won't be able to stack more than 13 months.
That's it.
So
yeah.
they're kind of reining that in as
Yeah.
well. They've also said they're reining in VPNs.
Yeah, so you can't log into
So
like
you can't use
Argentina
your
and-
Argentinian uncle anymore.
Yeah. It's a shame about that.
Yeah. Okay, so Game Pass Core, which is just like the Billy Basic, you can play online, isn't
Is
it?
that the name? The Game Pass Billy Basic.
Game Pass Billy Basic.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You can only do that annually, and that's going up from $49.99 to $55.99.
Okay. Yeah.
So a £6 increase, so that's kind of like 12% up.
Yeah.
Game Pass Standard is the new tier that's coming in.
Mhm.
There's no UK price for this yet. So this is all just from the leaked news story about it.
Yeah.
It's going to be $15 a month. So maybe £10
Yeah.
if we're looking at what the equivalents are, but it might be slightly more.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass Ultimate for console is going from $12.99 to $14.99. So that is £179 a year.
Yeah.
It's £180 a year.
Yeah.
And I want to put the annual on there because I want to talk about PlayStation's pricing as well.
Yes.
Like, is it worth it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bear that in mind. Game Pass for PC is going from $7.99 to $9.99.
Yep.
So a noticeable increase, not drastic. I think for people, first of all, everyone's going to be negative about this because no one wants to pay more for anything.
Yes.
So your natural reaction is that takes the mick.
Yeah, always. But unfortunately, as we see with everything in life, everything increases in price.
Yes, it does. And I think if you're a sometimes Xbox player, a casual player, maybe you've got multiple systems, you play PlayStation more or Nintendo more, and you've got this thing, it's not worth it.
No, totally. Like,
but it's not worth it already before the price increase.
Exactly. You shouldn't have bought it in the first place.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not worth having
unless you use it. There's no point.
And the arguments I see quite a lot is that you're not owning any games for that. You're paying to rent games.
Yeah,
and that's absolutely true.
Yes.
I cannot argue with that.
No, that's just fact.
It's just fact.
Yeah.
And how many games can you buy for that? If you're not interested in day one games, and you're not looking at the full day one prices, how many games can you buy for that? Well,
on Steam, probably about 1 million.
Yeah. If you take Game Pass Ultimate, which is the access to the full catalogue,
everything
you can play online
on PC,
and you have the day one passes, and you can play on PC as well. So if you've got a ROG Ally X, you can play with that too.
Yes.
£180 for the year. How many games can you buy for that? 4?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
And yes, you can play them forever. But I know we've talked about it a lot here. How many games that aren't like multiplayer live service games do you play more than once?
Yeah.
How many of the... I can probably count the amount really that I've played multiple times, like single player narratives or adventure games. Honestly?
Yeah. Just Final Fantasy VII for you.
And the bingo card is stamped.
I was waiting for you to say it. I was like, no, I'll get it before.
Yeah, okay. So anything from the Final Fantasy VII canon, I've played multiple times for certain. Crisis Core, the original, remake, Rebirth.
I pretty much play stuff once.
Most games you play once.
Yeah. There's a few, like select fews that in my lifetime that always come back. Like Resident Evil 4, which is your Final Fantasy VII, and stuff like that I will just go and replay,
I'm literally trying to think. I think, and I'm going to kind of list them for both of us. I think Diablo.
Yeah. I'll always play those.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, that's a cracking game.
I'm trying to think of like single player narratives that I've played multiple times. GTA, absolutely. I've done that a few times. Obviously, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I was going to say Alan Wake, but I don't actually think you've replayed that.
I've only played the first one once, start to finish. I've played it a couple of times because I played it originally when it launched, but I'd never completed it. Then I replayed the first one when Alan Wake 2 came out because it went on sale. So I bought the first one. Then I've played Alan Wake 2 once, but 100%ed it.
Yeah.
Then the DLC's come out. I've bought it and I've not played the DLC yet. But Alan Wake 2 has already stapled itself right in my top games ever. Yeah. So I absolutely will replay that. And I'd most likely buy it again to play on Ally X.
I think... I mean, if we'd say there was 10 in the past console generation, I think we're probably being generous.
Yeah, totally.
And in truth, we've said this a lot since getting into Game Pass, but also since consoles are making digital a bit more kind of affordable, a bit more accessible.
Yeah.
And kind of accepting not wanting thousands of games to look after.
Yeah.
We've said this, that you know in advance when a game is going to be special.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And you know in advance when you want a copy of that. Maybe you love that franchise. Final Fantasy, for example. Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Or you just know, like Star Wars Outlaws is a game I might consider buying a physical version for.
Yeah. I won't, but, it's something I would consider because it seems
scale,
that big grand, like, oh, look at this, But I'm already just going to go digital with it.
I'm probably just going to go digital as well. But when I want a game that I want to buy and keep, then I buy the physical version of it. And I'm very thankful that still exists for that, because
totally.
I am still a playing collector. I still do love the tangible thing.
Yep, 100%.
But for most games that I play, over 95% of the games I play, I'll play once, I'll enjoy my time. Even Starfield, or we were just talking about earlier, I really enjoyed it, and I know it's got its critics, but I didn't want to. The physical, I'm not interested.
No,
it's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. It's free.
It's part of my subscription.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how many games can you actually buy for £180 that you're going to play more than once,
or even play it all?
Well, that's the other problem.
Because my issue is, I see a game, go, oh, that looks really cool. Buy it. I mean, even the new Alone in the Dark.
Yes.
I really want to play that. I know it's a flop. Like, I'm pretty sure the studio's like gone under now. Like, like, I'm pretty sure they just
I was really
shut.
looking forward to that game as well. That's a shame.
I really enjoyed the first 3 hours I played of it. It was a little bit buggy, but I don't care. Like, I take it as that kind of not AAA title. Do you know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
So I had really fun. I had really fun.
I had real fun time.
Playing the first few hours, but I ain't played it since.
No.
And that launched months ago now, before I moved, So I played like a bit of it, and that's it. And I'm typical for buying a game.
Yeah, I'm
Stellar Blade. I hadn't even completed that. I'm like a few hours in. And because I just haven't had
such a good game as well.
I know, but in my head, I'm now thinking, well, it's been this long, I might as well wait for the PC release. Ghosts of Satsuma. I've bought that on PS4. I played the first.
Can I just change its name? That'd be great. Yeah.
I played the first few hours. Went, this is incredible. Can't wait to play it. It's been 4 years, AJ.
Right. I'm going to say one that's just that will just trump them all.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
We've both still sealed on both of our shelves.
I installed it.
Oh no, you did.
I played
forgot
it.
about that. Yes.
I played like 5 hours and was like, I don't know if I could be bothered to play this.
Yeah, exactly. Mine's still sealed on my shelf.
It was a bit slow. It was a bit clunky. And I know that since they fixed it, it's fundamentally one of the best games.
Yes. Yeah.
But I just really can't be bothered now.
I really want to play it, but I've got a PlayStation or Xbox copy of it. I think it's PlayStation. And I'm still thinking, rather just have the PC version. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, there's all these games I've spent loads of money on.
Yeah.
Like, especially over the years, this racks up. I'm terrible for buying a game, playing it, putting it down, play the next one.
Yes. And do you know what makes that really good and really easy? Game Pass.
Oh, I've not heard of that. What's that do?
Yeah. Now, I don't know whether to ignore the day one releases or not. It's kind of hard to detach them. Because the beautiful thing with Game Pass Ultimate and getting all the day one releases now is you can just try it.
Yeah.
You may not even have to install it.
Exactly.
You can just stream it. Give it a go.
Yeah.
And I think most of us play like that now.
Yeah.
Especially as we get a little bit older and you've got a bit more disposable income, you're like, oh, I'll buy that and I'll try it. Or I buy that and I'll never unwrap it.
Yes.
And it hurts me.
Yes.
But since having an Xbox and moving into the Game Pass side of things, I haven't had that problem. It's like, oh, you should really try this game. It's on Game Pass.
Oh, cool. I'll just do it.
Let's just go.
You don't have that fear or like hesitation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like having, I don't know, like a coffee card.
Yeah.
And you can go into the coffee shop and just try anything. Oh, there's a new one. Don't know if I'll like it. Well, it's free. Oh, okay, cool. Do you know what I mean? I'll give it a go.
For me, it's, and this is a really oversimplification, but it's the equivalent of, I won't say movies because movies are a short investment of time.
Yes.
But like whole box sets of series. Let's say you didn't know how good Better Call Saul was.
Yeah.
And your only way of finding it was buying the box set of every series
for
on
like
DVD,
£100.
Blu-ray. Yeah.
Yeah,
100, let's say it was on offer for £70, it's the same price.
Yeah.
And that's your only way of testing it.
Yeah.
Or you could have the subscription service and just dip in and out.
Yeah, just get
Netflix.
Netflix.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. And then you're not just stuck to that one thing.
Yeah.
You're then open to everything on that platform.
Yeah.
And it's the same with, again, Christina's always jumping into random games on Game Pass that she would never buy.
Yes.
Ever. That she wouldn't even, like, if she saw that for sale, she would just click out of it. But like the other day, I wish I knew what it was called because the devs deserve recognition, and I don't remember what it's called. You're a little robot. It's an Animal Crossing ripoff on the Xbox.
Okay.
It's really good. It's made by two brothers. It's this little like robot guy and you serve up sushi. That's your job. But then when you're not working, you can go out and you can like talk to the like village people and then basically you expand your like restaurant,
Yeah.
and you get different recipes and all this kind of stuff. And she loves it, like absolutely loves it. And she found it by clicking on new games on Game Pass or just games on Game Pass. And I started looking at it, I said, that was right up your street. So she just hit install. If there was a monetary value,
you wouldn't try
even
it. No
bother.
way.
But now she's addicted to it. She plays it every night that she would never have played otherwise.
That's a beautiful thing for it. So I think, is it worth it or is it not? It's totally relative to, are you using it right?
Yeah.
Are you using it enough?
Yeah.
No one likes things going up. But I think, well, when the Xbox Developer Direct thing happened, we said either in the video or in passing, how long until the price increase? Because there's no way that is sustainable.
That's so many day ones.
So many day one games.
So many day ones.
So they're
Massive
losing
games.
out on, I think, whatever it works out that they get as a percentage of the £70. I know it's different each time, but
Yeah.
they're losing that ticket sale each time for
Yeah.
those games.
Yeah.
So things like Call of Duty, which are going to have millions of downloads,
Oh,
they're losing out on like millions of
Yeah,
£70
yeah.
transactions. So you're going to have to recoup it somehow. So yes, the
Yeah.
price was bound to increase. If you take advantage of these day one games, of the AAA titles, but also some of the more obscure stuff like you were just talking about, then it's an incredible value subscription.
Oh, it's amazing.
And at what is going to be now £15 a month,
Yeah.
it's, well, I mean, how much is Netflix?
I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure Netflix is more expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to, as a gamer, I'm definitely going to use this more
Yes.
than watching like 3-year-old movies.
Yeah.
that I'm
Even,
really
even
not that interested
Spotify is more expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like what?
It's ridiculously cheap value. But if you don't play day one games that are released on this, and let's face it, Xbox own a lot of the developers now.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to take advantage of that, then it's not worth it. And the argument of the other one I saw is like, people are going to pay £15 a month just to play Call of Duty. Well, then buy the game and don't have your Xbox Game Pass subscription.
Yeah.
But even then, at £15 a month, are you playing Call of Duty all year? Are you really just going to play just that game for 12 months?
Some people do.
That's cool.
And in which case, just buy the game.
Then just buy the game.
And then you own it. But then remember, in 12 months' time, the next one's going to be out.
Yeah.
And you have to buy that again. And if you do get bored or if you want to try something else,
You've got to go buy that.
You're going to have to go buy it. Whereas if you do have a sub, then you can just go off and play anything.
Yeah.
When you rage quit and you get owned, you can go off and play something else.
I just suck.
You need to try it on the Ally X. I reckon you'll play better.
I don't think I will.
The sticks are so good on that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they are. Anyway.
It's at that point that for me anyway, from my perspective, that Game Pass makes the most sense is at Game Pass Ultimate tier and
Yes.
taking advantage of all these day one games
Yep.
that are coming.
Yeah.
There haven't been many up to now, to be fair.
No, now is the push for
Yeah.
all the big ones, you know, and that's what I'm excited for, and exactly why I will keep my Ultimate subscription, because
Yeah.
I've got the Xbox at home. Christina doesn't even need a Game Pass sub. She can leech off mine,
That's amazing.
and that's incredible.
Yeah.
So she can play all the latest games.
When before you have to buy both at full price.
Yeah, we used to have to buy games individually at full price. So we'd play on PC, 70 quid game for you, 70 quid game for me, 140 quid for one game
Yeah.
to play together. Whereas now I can pay $14.99 once, right? She can leech that off my Xbox account. I can then have the Ally X be signed into the same account and be playing online with her
That's
and
incredible.
whatever, you know, for the price of 15 quid a month. Like, that is incredible. So it really depends. And it also depends on what kind of games and platforms you like playing. Because I
Yeah.
think that's where the other platforms come into play, really. Because, I don't know, you've got Nintendo and PlayStation, haven't you?
Nintendo's an anomaly in this, as in that you've got the Nintendo Switch Online, which is just to play games online, basically, the basic package.
Yeah. And then you get some retro stuff.
And I think it's £3.50 a month.
Yeah.
If you play monthly, or £18 a year or something.
Yeah,
it's really cheap. And then you've got the Switch Online expansion pack, which is £35 for 12 months.
Yep.
So they are by far the cheapest, but also they are by far the least in value proposition.
Yeah, totally. Because you're just getting some retro games, and
Yeah.
it's probably not even the games you want to play.
Well, I cancelled my subscription, which kind of hurt, because I did enjoy having it, but
Yeah.
I never... The new games would come on Nintendo Switch expansion, and I go, oh, cool, what's there? And I look at it, and I go,
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, look, there's another Mario. Okay, I play that. It's like, it's
unfortunately, I did the same.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, everyone saw me as the Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
And I don't even have a Nintendo subscription. So
Wow.
I cancelled it months ago.
Yeah.
Like probably last year. You know.
The only cool thing with the Nintendo subscription was that it gave you access to the exclusive stuff in the shop.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Which is a bit daft. Basically, you pay membership so you can then go and buy stuff.
Yeah. Which you can do actually without a membership because you can get platinum points just by doing phone games or whatever else. And then
I meant specifically they'll do like big drops and they were only for Nintendo Switch Online members.
Oh, okay.
Like the limited edition
you've
controllers
got
and
to have an actual. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, I thought you were on about the rewards.
But I mean, if that happens, let's say there's rumors that they're going to drop a Wavebird controller for the Switch. I don't think that's going to happen, but there's rumors anyway.
Switch 2, yeah. Maybe.
If that happens, I'll pay £3.50 for 1 month subscription and I'll go and buy the thing that I want.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So I'll put Nintendo aside because they don't really offer the same.
No, that's not in the right league, is it?
And really, when we're talking about consoles, really the discussion is Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, of course.
PlayStation's wildly more popular, both in revenue and in units sold and player base.
Which doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll leave this up to the audience to decide as well, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense with their value proposition on their subscription. Obviously, PlayStation Plus it's called. Sadly, I'm still a member. Well, I play a lot of PlayStation.
Mine ended a long time ago.
Okay. There's 3 tiers. You have Essential, which is $6.99 a month, and that lets you play online, and you get 3 free monthly games that you can play.
Yeah. That saves your account as long as you've got an active subscription.
Yeah, and they're always really old games.
Yeah.
You have Extra, which gives you access to the full back catalogue of PlayStation Plus games, as long as they're still actively licensed, as PlayStation got in trouble for recently. And Ubisoft Classics.
Okay. What, Rayman?
Probably. That's $10.99 a month.
Okay.
And then you have PlayStation Plus Premium, which is all of the before, plus PlayStation Classics, which is when they re-release like PS2 games and stuff on there. And cloud streaming of some games on PlayStation Plus. Okay. And that is $13.49 a month.
Okay.
So no day one games.
No.
They do have a pretty big library.
Yeah.
So if we look at the back catalogue thing, we say it's probably comparable to each other.
Hang on, there was a day one release, wasn't there? Tales of Kanzara was day one on that.
That was, and that was really weird because it's not random, a PlayStation Studio thing.
So there must be like random indie titles that get thrown in.
Because I'm a member and I still get like the notifications and stuff and the emails when it happens. I'm sure that was the first day one release on PlayStation Plus.
That shocked me because I'd already bought it on Steam, and then I saw it was coming to PlayStation Plus like for free. So as part of the sub, and I was like, "What? Like, I didn't even know you did that on PlayStation."
I'm sure it's the first time. I mean, if you're listening and you've got comments, let us know if I'm wrong. But I'm nigh on certain that was the first time that had happened.
I can see that you use PlayStation Plus a lot, AJ. People are going to be like, it's happened for ages.
They do it for every release, you moron. Yeah.
But at least there's no big AAA releases, is there?
There's no big AAA releases, even from PlayStation Studios, which, I mean, maybe they'll do it. Like as a price comparison, we'll take the top tiers.
Yeah.
So Game Pass Ultimate is £180 a year.
Yep.
PlayStation Plus Premium, its Ultimate version, is £200 a year.
Yeah.
So on the Xbox, you're getting all of the catalogue. On the PlayStation, you're getting all of the catalogue as well, back catalogue.
Yeah.
On the Xbox, you're getting AAA day one releases.
Latest games.
Of the latest games. The latest games from Blizzard, from Activision, the latest games from Bethesda. They're all there day one.
Day one on Xbox and PC.
And we saw at the last Direct, I'm sure there was about 12
there was loads of
AAA looking
couldn't even
games.
Count them. Didn't have enough fingers on my hand.
Yeah. Wasn't Doom one of them as well?
Yeah, of course.
Day one?
Yeah, Bethesda.
Honestly, the value proposition is so heavily skewed. Firstly, it's just cheaper, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, than the PlayStation Plus Premium. But you're getting way more on the Xbox side of things. I need just to look at it like that if we're going to ask, is it worth it? Because that's your options. You either don't take part at all.
Yes.
Fine. Cancel your subscription. Totally cool if you don't think
save the money, just buy the game that you might want to play that year. If you only play Call of Duty, fair enough.
The argument of you don't own the games, welcome to digital gaming.
Yeah, this is what it's going to be.
This is what it's going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is I could buy X amount of games for that. Well, then just buy those games, like I said. Just buy those games. And that's totally cool.
Yeah, that's an option for you. That's fine. What I see with the PlayStation versus Xbox thing is, if I look at it from my perspective, so none of you, don't.
You don't mind.
But from me, in my point of view, I see PlayStation Plus, I see me buying the games I want, and then a year later, they come on for free. And that
hate it when it happens.
really upset me because I would buy a game that I was like really into, like, I really want this game. Day one, buy it, and then like 6 months later, a year later, a year and a half later, it's like, here you go, have it for free. I'm like, seriously? Like, so that's annoying because there's no forewarning. It doesn't say like, by the way, in 12 months you'll get it for free as part of your subscription, so maybe just wait. Like, and then you never know what's coming. They just randomly drop. It's like Nintendo where they just go, have these random Game Boy games.
And it always works like this. There's one game that you might consider playing.
Yeah, fairly decent, and then two real crap.
Just filler.
Yeah. Like, no one's going to play. They just throw it in because they know it takes up the slot in the 3. Yeah. So that really bugs me. Like, that was enough for me to cancel my subscription just because of how irritating it was. Every month I'd be already excited. Oh, what games are we going to get? Yeah. And I'd look at them and go, I'm never going to play any of them. I wouldn't even add them to my account.
No.
Like, because they were that bad. Do you know what I mean? Or if it was something I wanted to play, it was always one I'd already bought.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's the point of this? There's no point of me having this subscription at all.
Yeah.
So I just went, nope. And the other thing is because I console game and PC game, any PlayStation games I want, I've got to go buy on Steam now.
Yeah,
so I've got to have an
point.
active subscription, and then I've then got to pay at full price whatever game that I might want to have. And I don't even think they cross save. So you've got to then start again. Yeah, so it's like, okay, great. There might be some that's got cross save now. I'm not too sure. But
that makes sense.
That's so frustrating. Xbox, I pay less. I've got the Xbox version. Christina then has access to all of it. I can game with her online and everything else. I can stream it if I want to, and I've got a PC copy. Yeah. So then I can... It to me, the value is there, and they're day one games I want to play that I would otherwise have bought.
And go back to the important point of how frustrating it is, and I'm sure loads of you PlayStation players are like us. You would have bought a game that you really love, and then 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year later, it gets released as one of the free games on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
that hurts so much.
Mm-hmm.
At least in the Xbox side of things, when they announce the game,
they're telling
you day one on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So you can buy it if you want off Xbox.
If
you don't have a Game Pass, cool, go buy it.
Yeah.
But know that everyone that's got the subscription's getting it for free.
For free, day one, on the day. You're not waiting 6 months. It's not 6 months Game Pass.
No.
And even then, I'd be all right with that if they told you up front, okay, in 6 months' time, this is going to come. Do you know what I mean? Because PlayStation don't. They just go, I think they rack everyone's accounts, and then that's what the games come from. They go, he's bought that one. Let's give it to him for free.
Give it to him. It's different for everyone.
Yeah. It's just a personal thing. But yeah, so for me, Xbox has far more value than any of them.
From my perspective, because I don't have the PC thing, or I don't have a spouse. Yeah, true enough. If I get the LIX, then it makes even more sense.
Yes.
But I also don't have that like spouse thing where we're going to have to buy multiple versions of the same game to play with each other. For me, the value is entirely in the day one releases.
Yes.
If that doesn't exist going forward, which let's face it, really it's a going forward thing, rather, because up to now it hasn't been that good.
No.
But if that wasn't happening, I would say it's probably not worth having.
Yeah.
They're comparable then. Then it's just what platforms you use the most, and I would just do 1 month at a time or whatever I'm playing at that time.
Yeah.
But it's the day one thing. So from just a purely solo console player, and I happen to have access to both Xbox and PlayStation, I go, Xbox makes most sense because I get access to the AAA games.
Absolutely, yeah. For me, it's just Xbox ticks all the boxes for me.
Yeah.
Again, the sharing of the account thing, the Play Anywhere that they're really pushing now. So they're really trying to get games that are cross platform and cross
Amazon
save.
Fire TV.
I know, yeah, that too.
I'd love to know if anyone's going to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. Yeah, who's playing on a fire? You could play with your blowtorch.
Maybe it's just for me.
The Amazon on Fire TV.
Yes. Dear Amazon, I've set my TV on fire. What next?
Yeah. Amazon's told me to fire stick it up, so I've... I've blowtorched my TV. Can I have some Xbox games now, please?
I don't even know what level of subscription you need.
I have no idea.
I'd imagine it's ultimate.
Yeah,
because you're streaming
'cause
games.
That, yeah, probably.
Who knows?
But again, that's the thing, isn't it? You can do whatever you want with the Xbox Game
Just
Pass.
play anywhere.
There's so many like leagues there, and again, it suits me perfectly.
Yeah.
Using Ally and console, and with the cross saves specifically, I can play at home on my Xbox if I want to do the big screen. If I walk away with the Ally, oh look, same game, same save, same price.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it twice. Do you know what I mean? Like,
You really convinced me to buy this Ally X.
Yeah,
haven't you?
this every podcast and every discussion we have off camera has all been trying to subtly
It's
mind
not very
control
subtle.
him. Buy this. Asus paid me. That's what I've not told you.
That's where the money went. Right.
They
Okay.
said, look,
Right. We weren't sponsored. They just paid you.
Yeah, they said all they want is you to buy one. They don't care about anyone else. They said just convince AJ to buy one.
We
and
need
we're
to
good.
see if it's fireproof.
Yeah.
Get AJ to buy one.
That's it.
You'll be like, honestly, changing the drive out is really easy. It's really simple.
You undo one screw, it just sets on fire.
First 5 things I'll do with my LAX. Number 1, set it on fire.
Number 2, put it out.
Number 3, try and claim on the warranty.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think.
Yes.
I know we've just kind of gone round the houses and just said Xbox is cool.
This was an Ally X and Xbox Game
Buy an
Pass.
Ally X. Game Pass is cool.
Yeah.
I do think Game Pass is cool. And
I think it's great.
I'll be keeping my subscription because I
Absolutely.
use it a lot.
Me too. And because Christina does too.
Yeah.
We're saving so much money.
So much. I'm honestly saving so much money.
Yeah.
And there's so many opportunities to play things that I would have never have played, which is what you touched
100%.
on, that I
100%.
now do.
Mm.
Some really great games. And I think Diablo 4 is actually a really good example of that.
Mm.
I'd never played Diablo. I'm not really into the isometric
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
typically.
Probably would have never bought that.
I would have, no,
Yeah.
I know I would have
Yeah.
never have bought
Yeah,
it.
if I said go spend 70 quid on that game so you can play with us.
And I'm not
Probably
even
done.
sure if I did play it, to be honest. It was all a bit of a blur.
We did speed run it like really fast.
I
We need to
think
get back into it.
I think we did we spend more than 10 hours complete that story?
I think we did the story in 8. Just blasted through it.
It was really hurting
Yeah.
my RPG head.
Yes. Yeah. It hurt me because I always play through Diablo, like at least the first time.
Like
Like
exploring all
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
find all
doing
the
all the
things.
story, watching every cutscene, AJ. And doing
Does it
all the-
have cutscenes?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, believe it or not. So when the DLC drops, the expansion, I am watching every single. Like I
Yeah.
played through because my first playthrough of Diablo 4's storyline was like 30 hours or something.
Easy. Yeah. Easy.
Whereas we just steamrolled it, didn't watch a single cutscene, just went, just
to the end.
nuked
Let's get
every
AJ
boss.
to the end.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to get back into that again.
But I
and-
would have never have played that game
No,
without Game Pass.
yeah. Without
the
Game
point.
Pass, 100%. Yeah.
There's a few as well. What was the other one we played that was like a Souls-like?
Can I just say I've bought Diablo 4 3 times already, and then it came to Game Pass.
You've bought it enough for all of
Yeah.
us. What was the Souls-like we played that was on Game Pass as well? Remnant 2.
That was it.
I had a lot of fun playing that.
That was great. It was really funny.
I would happily jump back into that as well.
But again, probably wouldn't have bought it.
Definitely wouldn't have bought it.
No.
I look at it, okay, nothing about it screams this is a game that I would want to play.
Yes.
But I'm really glad that I tried it.
Yeah.
And I got to try it essentially for free.
Yeah, because of Game Pass.
Because of Game Pass.
And that's going to be with everything. Every new release. I mean, look at Hellblade 2. It's not my thing. I played the first one. Really didn't like it. I'm
It's
sorry.
not- no.
It's more of a walking simulator than Death Stranding.
really
Like,
is.
you just wander around with people whispering at you.
And
It's
I
like,
mean,
all
to be
right.
fair, number 2 is kind of like that as
Yeah,
well.
number 2 is exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I would have never played it, but I played it because I wanted to test the Ally X
Yeah.
when I did the preview video. And I loaded it up and was like, actually, this is pretty cool, But I never would have bought it.
I also think that's why why I give Starfield such a light time,
Yeah, because you didn't pay for it.
because I didn't pay for it.
yeah.
Why I'm so easy on it. It's like, well, I don't feel bitter about this because I didn't pay 70 quid for it.
No,
It's part of my subscription.
exactly. Yeah.
And I got a couple of hundred hours of entertainment out of that.
Exactly, yeah. With no upfront cost.
Yeah.
Like big upfront cost.
Yes. Well,
You
I
just
bought an Xbox.
we both did. But
we did as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe
But-
we should be more bitter about it.
No, I love it because
Yeah.
it got me into the Xbox again. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I hadn't been into Xbox since the 360,
Same,
really.
exactly the same.
And I love it now.
I think I set those on fire as well.
They're still burning in your office. Just like,
I
those
think-
oil pits that never go out. They're like, just there.
Anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think about the price hike in Game Pass. And I am also acknowledging that...
Did you just say Gamebox?
Did I?
I think he said Gamebox.
Who knows what I said?
X-Pass Gamebox.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. I'm also acknowledging that this price rise isn't equal in every country.
No, yeah.
We talked about it in the news story.
Some people getting shafted.
Yeah, some people are getting really shafted. I know in New Zealand, it's working out like a 32% price increase, which is quite steep.
Pretty steep.
It's getting close to $30 New Zealand dollars.
I've no idea what their like monetary value is. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's that high, surely it's like...
I think it's similar to US dollars.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is everything so expensive over there then?
Because it's the other side of the world.
But it's going through the internet. It's not like trafficking, is it? It's like,
yeah, it's very true.
You don't have to like pull the games over by donkey or something. Do you know what I mean? Like
shipping Game Pass over. What's that? It's the 800 games you can play.
Yeah, exactly. So what I mean is like, in like Japan, it's like a freaking billion yen is like 10 quid. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the currency value is.
I mean, we could have done our research.
We could have done research, but who does research?
No. But I've got to acknowledge that the price rise isn't equal in every country.
Yeah, and that's not great.
If you're in one of those countries that's kind of severely punished for whatever reason Microsoft have decided.
Not good.
Yeah, it's probably... This debate has a different kind of tone to it.
Totally.
But yeah, I'd love to know what you think. Are you keeping your Game Pass subscription if you've got one?
Let us know.
Does the price rise put you off at all? Or are you kind of on the side of the fence that we are on, like, if you're playing AAA games, day one release kind of represents a good value?
Yeah, I think it's still good value.
Yeah.
I'm all for it because of the value I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
Because I actually use it.
Yes, so that's nothing else left for us to do. But if you've got to the deep end with us, is to thank you for being here.
Yes.
You podcast listeners and YouTube viewers. We love you all equally.
We do. Even those that write hateful comments, we like to laugh.
Yeah, well, please do. It actually does brighten up my day a little bit.
It does, yeah.
Gives me some comedy. So please do write in the comments all sorts of hateful things. And whilst you're down there digging around, like the video and subscribe. If you're in podcast land, make sure you rate the show and share it with your friends and all of us.
Indeed.
And there's only one final thing left to do. What is it?
Become a member. And then you can see these early.
Yes.
And join our lovely community in the Discord.
Oh, it's a lovely little community.
Yes.
We love all of you members that are there. Big shout out to you, you beautiful people. And before you go, make sure you watch this other video from us. Smash it between our faces. And go and subscribe to 128KB News. It's on the news channel. It's good fun.
Do it.
Bye.
Bye.